All of you keep wondering why I'm not used to Canada's coldness. Is because Vancouver usually isn't this cold from what I remember. It's like, Vancouver's like rainy. It's like ready to snow here, and it doesn't really usually snow here. It snows like twice a winter. So I'm freaking freezing. Look, I'm all bundled up in my house. I'm about to leave though, and I need to look more human, so just give me a second. I've had a little bit of an unlucky month with the fear of rats, obviously, and also my car kind of broke yesterday. It was just that the transmission was acting really funny. I don't know if it was the transmission or if it was the torque or whatever it was, but it wasn't working, so I had to bring it in, and it's my bestest friend in the whole world. Or the lamest, one or the other. Anyway, as I was saying, my vehicle broke, so now they gave me well, they didn't give me, I had to pay for it, but I have a rental vehicle, and the only one they had at the moment was a truck, so I'm driving a truck. And I feel like I'm the tallest person on the road. So even though I'm having a crappy month, I'm gonna be so much taller than everyone. It's a short people syndrome, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be so much taller than everyone, and it's gonna be awesome. I also had coffee, so I have major short people syndrome right now. No, it's been an okay month. It's been good. Like, there's other stuff that's been really good, but it's been hard. It's hard when the person that you really enjoy being around all the time and are so used to being around is gone, and they're like your support system, and when they're not around, it's hard to feel that support system. We can totally do the long distance thing. It's just hard for like anyone, even in long distance relationships it's hard, but it is really nice knowing that Trevor and I are just good, and it's not like I have to be worrying every day or something like, oh, is he still gonna like me when he comes back? Heck yeah, he's still gonna like me. I know he likes me unconditionally. So it's like the wonderfulest feeling in the world. But you still miss that person. Doesn't make it easier. Ooh, I got a text message. I'm popular. Okay, I need to start driving to the States so I can pick up packages. Today's the busiest day ever! I can do it! Coffee. Bad idea. I did not tell you guys about the old man, well, the kind old man that I met yesterday. When I was swimming, it was my last training of the day, and I was having just one of those really angry at the world kind of days, and I went to all my training, and I just felt like I was super unmotivated, and sometimes I like to go to training when I feel like I'm good to go to training. I was really proud of myself to go when I was so negative at the world, but I was just having one of those days. Anyway, showed up at my last training, and I was just like, was just in my own bubble, and I was just like, oh, today's hard, blah, blah, blah. Being a whiny Cassandra. And I was in the water, and I was practicing my kicks, and this man was swimming beside me, and he introduces himself when he goes by, and I was like, okay, hi. And then he comes by, and he's like, what's your name? And it's like, Cassandra. And I was just like not in the mood to talk to people. And I was trying to be nice and stuff, and then he goes by again, and then he comes back, and he's just swimming around in circles, like, throughout the whole pool, and every time he goes by me, he says something. And every single time he says something, he gets me to be friendlier and friendlier to him. And by the end of the day, this random man has some piece of advice for me at the end of the day, and he's like, just remember that, he had a very thick accent. He's like, you need to talk to some people sometimes, because sometimes we are all trapped inside whatever we are doing, work, money, whatever it is, and it's just good to talk to strangers. And I was just like, how did this old man just figure me out? Am I just that obvious when I'm coming and brooding or something like that? I was just like so shocked that this random man felt like he had to go out of his way to make people in the pool feel happy. And it just made me so happy and feel so good, and just realize that there's no point in being upset when you can't change anything. And you can still be sad, but I don't know, he just made me realize my whole life in the simple conversation that he had with me. I can't explain it, but I felt incredibly happy after I left. I felt like an entirely new person once I left, and I was like, that's amazing that that man went out of his way to make me a better person, and because of him, I might not have been as happy as I was today, and I was just felt renewed. And it was It was so wonderful. Anyway, after that, I have a couple stories. I was feeling like that day I was also feeling very unconfident, not confident in myself and anything, you know, it was just one of those days. And after that, I had like maybe some sort of happiness to me, and I don't know what happened. This one of the lifeguards saw me doing kicks and he asked me about them, and I was like, oh, it's just practicing some taekwondo. He was like, oh, that's really cool, you're kind of brave for doing that in public because there's kind of a lot of people here. And I was like, oh, whatever, I don't care. And then later on, I was leaving the pool and he ran after me, and he came up to me and he said, if he ever watches this for some odd reason because he came across my videos, please, dude, don't feel embarrassed, I'm telling this story. I don't know who he is, never met him in my life. Comes up to me and he's like, I know this is really weird and random and kind of creepy, but would you give me your number so that we could go out sometime? He gave me a confidence that I haven't had in a while, just because I haven't felt at my best, you know. I always feel like I can strive for more, so I kind of bring my confidence down on my own all the time. Obviously, he boosted my confidence that way a little bit, but what took me back the most from that was that he was brave enough to ask and go out of his comfort zone and go risk embarrassing himself. Like, he didn't embarrass himself, but you know, it's scary to go ask for someone's number. It's scary to ask anybody to hang out, even friends, let alone asking someone on a date. And when he said that, I was so touched by his bravery and his confidence that I just said, thank you so much. You are so kind. I have a wonderful boyfriend. And he's like, of course you do. And I was like, but I'll see you around here, and I hope you have a good day. I can't remember what I really said after that. But it was just, I've never had that moment where I was so touched by someone's bravery and kindness that I didn't get awkward in a situation. And I really, really hope that that guy doesn't feel awkward, because he was so, so brave. And it made me want to tell you guys this story, because other than just asking people on a date, who knows how many opportunities we've missed because we were scared to go out of our comfort zone. You never know that maybe that person you really wanted to ask out, I'm using this as an example, but maybe that person you asked out denies you, but you feel this some sort of confidence boost in yourself because you're like, I did it. I went and asked that person. Yeah, they said no, but holy crap, I went out of my comfort zone and I asked this person. And I could have said yes. Maybe I wasn't going to be in a relationship, and I said, you know what, dude, sure, let's go out for coffee, and maybe we would have ended up being best friends, or maybe we would have ended up being, that would have been my husband or whatever. Like, who knows? It's so hard to see opportunities when they show up, but if you can, try to go out of your comfort zone once in a while, and maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll grow, maybe it'll be so embarrassing and you won't ever do it again, but at least you learned, you know, at least you tried. Because maybe the next time that person walks by you, that's your future husband, wife. I don't know. The little things, those two people at that pool made my month. I've been so negative this month. I've had a lot of stupid things happen, and I know some of you might think they're not stupid, but they were stupid to me. And they just made me feel confident again in myself in such a silly way. Like, you would think I would be confident because someone was like, yeah, you're pursuing your dreams. No, it was just somebody coming up to me and talking to me and being really happy, and one person going out of their comfort zone to do something scary that made me realize that I need to let go of things and that I just need to go out of my comfort zone too. So I gotta go to Taekwondo. I'm talking too much. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, long conversation was long, but I really hope it inspires you to take those moments. Or even just realize those tiny little moments of bravery other people do. Maybe you see someone ask someone out, be like, dang, that person's awesome. Or dang, I can relate. He just got denied, whatever, right? Like, appreciate the little things. And look forward to tomorrow's vlog, because Andrew and I are gonna hang out. Woo! Okay, good night.